Special guest, Coach Pribble. Appreciate him stepping in for Wes, who's up north watching Taylor play. Now she's only got a few games left in her final year of college basketball. But we're here for this conference matchup between the Lady Musketeers and the Lady Warriorettes from Scottsburg. As we're getting ready to wind down the warm-ups, and we'll have the national anthem and get you your starting lineups. But the Musketeers come in at 10-9. Losers of their last three games of playing a very, very good, tough schedule second half of the season. It's kind of like yours, Coach. The second half of the season gets a lot tougher for these girls with losses to number one 1A Lanesville Saturday. Then they've lost to Corden, who is at the top of the conference. And then Charlestown, who's another team that's towards the top of the conference. So they've lost to three very good teams here in this stretch. But the Musketeers come in on senior night here, final home ball game. Want to wish them two seniors, McKenna and Christina, the best of luck and hopefully get a win on the last time on this floor for them. So as we're getting ready for the national anthem, we'll step away and hear a word from our sponsors and be right back with you. Give you a starting lineup and talk to Coach a little bit what he thinks needs to go on, and we'll bring you this action tonight.
Commissioner Neidig, can I have a quick word? Of course, Governor. What can I do for you? Well, I just want to say thank you. For what, sir? For your service. Well, Governor, you're welcome, and you know that I'm incredibly passionate about what we do at the IHSA. Oh, I do, and I share your passion. Without the IHSAA, we'd be without something incredibly important to our state's culture and to me, the boys and girls basketball state tournaments. Without Hoosier Hysteria, Indiana just wouldn't be Indiana, would it? You're absolutely right, it wouldn't. And after all these years, I still can't seem to prepare myself for the excitement of the tournament. Governor, the only way you can prepare for Hoosier Hysteria is by getting your ticket. Oh, you know I'll be the first in line. Nobody does basketball like Indiana. This is high school basketball. This is Indiana. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Carrie, you know how we like to say that high school sports are the purest form of amateur sports?
Pure spirit, pure sport. That's Indiana high school athletics.
Well, I learned something the other day that further proves that.
I'm interested. Tell me more, Chris.
Well, we all know what amateur means, but do you know the root of its meaning? It means for the love of.
Wow, you're right. That really does reinforce the idea that high school sports are the purest form of sport.
Fans, I'm IHSA Assistant Commissioner Chris Kaufman.
And I'm Assistant Commissioner Carrie Rosati.
If you want to watch sports in their purest form, get a ticket and go support your high school sports teams.
Everyone there, from the players and coaches to the fans and officials, they're there simply.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School. Let's get you the starting lineups of this matchup here tonight. First for the visiting Warriorettes, they'll go with the guard, Ellie Richardson. Another guard, Carrie Hiller. Another guard, Haley Thomas. A forward, Allison McGarthen. And another forward, Hannah Stutzman. For the Musketeers, they're going to go with their five they've been going with of late. A junior, a 5'9". Number 12, Ava Sauter. A 5'4" senior, number 20, McKenna Jeter. A 5'8" junior, number 24, Madeline Llewellyn. A 5'5" senior, number 32, Christina Knight. And a 5'11" junior, number 40, Kaya McKinley. Coach, what do you think?
Well, I think it kind of comes down to if we're going to be able to make some shots from the perimeter. A staple for our team has been getting the ball inside to Kaya. But if we can combine that with being able to make some perimeter shots, it's going to open up a lot of opportunities for Kaya and some driving lanes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, that's been our Achilles heel. You know, we played number one Lanesville close. Had Charlestown kind of beat, in my opinion. It's just coming down to execution and knocking down shots. So, I don't know what our athletic director's thinking scheduling the game when Indiana and Purdue's playing, but so we're set here for the tip. It'll be Stutzman and Jeter in the circle. I don't think Jeter's got a tip all year, but she gives it her best. And there's a tip. The Warriorettes control the tip. Thomas goes over to Richardson. Richardson brings it back to the top, setting everybody up where they need to be. Comes to the left side on a dribble. Goes back to the top to number 23, McGoffin. Goes to Thomas. Back to Hiller. Hiller for three, in and out. No good. Rebound by McKinley. Here comes Jeter now. Up to the right side to Christina. Christina looking on a dribble. Tries to drive. Nothing there. Comes back to Jeter. Jeter skips it over to, now it's over to Madeline. Goes to Ava on the left side. Goes to right in the post to Kai. She draws a foul. That's what she's talking about, Coach. Going straight to Kai. Good offense there. That is a good start. So that'll be a foul on number 11, Haley Thomas. Her first, team first, as Kyle steps to the line for 2 shots.
And as soon as they threw that to her, Scottsburg doubled, so that should open up some stuff on the perimeter. At some point, we're going to have to be able to knock those in.
Yeah. First one's good. You know, you're at the crucial part of your season. You want to kind of get things rolling as, you know, we're a little over a week away from sectional play for girls. So second was good, too. Oh, Musketeer lead here. Musketeer showing pressure. Here comes number 23, McLaughlin. Hands it off to number 2, Richardson. She drives down the right side, kicks it over to Thomas. A little 15-footer, no good. Offensive rebound, Stubman. She goes up to left hand, no good. Rebound, Stubman. Gives it to Jeter now. Jeter on the attack. Gets it up to Llewellyn, right back into Kai. She goes back to work, going to go up to the left hand, no good. Rebound by number 23, McLaughlin. She gives it to Thomas, who almost traveled. Gives it to Hillary, goes into McLaughlin, and she's going to draw the foul. And, you know, that's been another thing. We got in foul trouble here the last few games. That's Kaya. Her first, team first.
Well, and that is the only thing about the press that we're running right now is Kaya has been up towards half court. And if that's the case, then she's going to have to be in charge of stopping a ball handler coming downhill at her. It puts her in a tough situation where she could foul and get into foul trouble.
Yeah. So the first one's good. Second one is good. 2-2 ball game with 6:45 to go. So here comes Jeter on the left side. Goes to Souter on the right side. Going to get a ball screen. Nothing there. Looking for help. Goes out to Llewellyn. Back over to Knight. Knight gets a screen. Don't use it. Goes the other way. Kicks it to Llewellyn for 3 in the corner. No good. Rebound by Thomas. Good offense there. Up to Hiller. She's going to let 3 go from the left wing, and it's good.
Now, the very first possession of the game, they ran a set to where she got an opportunity to shoot a 3, which kind of tells me she's maybe one of their better shooters.
Yeah, she's just a sophomore.
And in transition right there, we got to find her. She was wide open for second.
Turnover by Souter, picked up. Now Knight gets it right back. She's on the attack. Goes up, gets blocked by Stutzman. Here comes Stutzman now on the attack. They're on the left side. Thinks better of it, picks it up. Goes to McLaughlin. Back to Stutzman. She's going to let 3 go. No good. Good box out by Knight. Gives it to Jeter now. Jeter up to Souter on the right side. Goes into Kaya. Kicks it out to Madeline. She's going to let 3 more go, and it's no good. Ball battle for her. It should be, well, they're going to give it to Scottsburg.
Now, if they're going to be able to get the ball into Kaya that easily, they got to put, you know, somebody who's going to feel confident enough to knock in a 3 in that opposite corner or in the same side corner. But they've got some of their guards who make shots consistently up top. They might need to switch them down to the corners.
So here's Scottsburg. Thomas with it, loses it, picked up by Knight. She's got a breakaway, goes in, and got it. So that'll make it 5-4. Scottsburg lead. Here comes Thomas now on the attack. Gives it to McLaughlin. She drives down the right side. This is Kai don't want to pick up her second and gets it. 7-4. Jeter with it now. Hands it off to Llewellyn. Back to Jeter. She lifts in the post. Nothing there. Comes back to Knight at the top. Goes to Souter. Gonna get a ball screen. Souter on the attack. Goes down the left side and lays it in.
I think with how much attention they're going to put on Kaya, that exact situation where Ava comes off that ball screen is going to be really good for us.
Yeah, she does a good job coming off that. Here's Thomas on the attack. She goes to McLaughlin. Looking, hands it back to Thomas now. She comes back to the top. Goes to Stutzman. Stutzman loses it, picks it back up. Now she's going to drive. Hands it off to Thomas. Who was that, Coach?
23, that was McLaughlin.
That's a 3, so that'll make it 10-6 now. Souter loses it, picked up by McLaughlin. She's on the right side, going to go up, and got it. 12-6, Scottsburg lead. Now Souter with it, goes to the right side to Knight. She's going to get a ball. She's going to let 3 go. In and out. Wslm battles for it. Got it, looking for help. Don't get called for travel. So Scottsburg ball with 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. 12-6, Scottsburg lead. Richardson with it now. Throws it ahead to McLaughlin. She's just going to stop and pop. No good. Rebound by Souter. That's my kind of player.
Well, I'm glad she missed it because the referee behind her put up a 3, but from my angle, her toe was on the line.
Yeah. Souter for 3 at the top. She got it. So I cut it 12-9. Cutting into that deficit.
I think that puts us as 1 for 4 from the 3-point line.
So now Richardson with it. Looking for a ball screen. Comes off of it. Goes back over to McLaughlin. Over to Hiller. She's going to let 3 go. No good. Rebounded by Ty. Here comes Jeter now. Up the left side to Wslm. Goes to the short corner to Ava. Kicks it out to Knight. She's going to let 3 go from the right wing. No good. Rebound by Stutzman. Here comes Richardson. Stutzman's going to let a long 3 go. No good. Rebound by Kaya. Here comes Jeter now. Ahead to Knight.
I think this is the pace we're going to see a lot tonight.
This layup by Knight. Rebounded by number 2, Richardson. Coach tells her slow it down, set up an offense here. Got it at the top. Directed traffic. Comes to the left side. This almost looks like a similar play as what they ran early to start.
Yep, back screen. Here's the stagger screen for their shooter.
Good defense there. Now Stutzman with it. Goes to Richardson. She traveled. So turnover back to the Musketeers.
I think we almost prefer Scottsburg to play faster because they just settle for 3s, and if they continue to do that and we get the first miss, their percentages are going to be way lower.
Yeah, I agree. So here's Jeter, goes to Wslm. Back to side at the top. She drives down the lane. Going to draw a foul.
That's got to be her role. She does a really good job of that to where she can either finish or draw the contact there. And even if they didn't call a foul, we had an open 3.
So Saturday inbound, 1:45 to go in the first quarter. Musketeers down 3. Into McKinley now. Looking for help. Goes back to Jeter at the top. Jeter over to Knight. Goes to Souter in the corner. Into Kaya. Little left-handed hook, no good. Rebound Souter, and she's going to draw the foul. It's number 42, Martin, has checked into the ball game for Richardson.
Ava's going to have a big game for us, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
So far, she's playing really well.
So that foul will be on Thomas. That'll be her second, team third, as Souter steps to the line for 2 free throws. First one's up and good. Richardson checks in for her now. Kaylee McKinley checking in for Madeline Wslm. Second one is up and good. 12-11, Scottsburg lead. Here comes Richardson. At the top. Looks, goes to the right side to Martin now. Goes over to Hiller in the corner. Comes off a ball screen. Going to drive with the left hand. Goes up to the left hand. No good. Offensive rebound by, that's number 23, McLaughlin. And she's going to draw the foul on Kaylee. Go to the line for 2. So that'd be Kaylee's first, team second.
mean, we got what we want. We defended that, that layup attempt as well as we could. We didn't get that rebound on the backside.
So first one's up, and it's no good. She'll have one more here. Second one is up, and it's good. 13-11 with 1:13 to go here in the first quarter. Jeter goes to the left side to Souter. Comes back to top to Kaylee. Goes back over to Jeter. Looks inside. Nothing there. Goes to Knight at the top now. Knight looks to drive. Kicks it over to Kaylee in the corner now. She's driving. Goes up with the right hand and got it. 13-all with a minute to go here in the first quarter. Here comes Richardson. So Richardson with it. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Goes to the high post to McLaughlin. She kicks out to Stutzman for a three, and she got it.
And see right there, we didn't need to help that much on the block. She didn't have the ball down there yet.
Yeah. So here comes Jeter. Probably going to take the final shot of the quarter as they'll get the ball set to start the second quarter. Goes to Jeter now. Goes to top tonight. She's going to let three go from the top. No good. Souter rips it away with the offensive rebound. It was the right idea. Jeter with it now with 5. Now Knight on the drive. A little floater. No good. So at the end of one, the Musketeers trail 13-16 to the Scottsburg Warriorettes. We'll step away and hear a word from our sponsors. This is WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana, bringing you Lady Musketeer basketball.
Hey, Carrie, you know how we like to say that high school sports are the purest form of amateur sports?
Pure spirit, pure sport. That's Indiana high school athletics.
Well, I learned something the other day that further proves that.
I'm interested. Tell me more, Chris.
Well, we all know what amateur means, but do you know the root of its meaning? It means for the love of.
Wow, you're right. That really does reinforce the idea that high school sports are the purest form of sport.
Fans, I'm IHSA Assistant Commissioner Chris Kaufman.
And I'm Assistant Commissioner Carrie Rosati.
If you want to watch sports in their purest form, get a ticket and go support your high school sports teams.
Everyone there, from the players and coaches to the fans and officials, they are there simply for the love of the game.
Pure spirit.
Pure sport.
This is pure spirit. This is pure sport. This is your IHSAA.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School. We're set for the second quarter as the Musketeers trail 16-13 to the Lady Warriorettes. So it'll be Musketeer ball on the floor for the Musketeers. Satter, Jeter, Knight, and the McKinley sisters. For the Warriorettes, it's Richardson, Stutzman, Hiller, Martin, and McLaughlin. Here's Souter with it. Thought about it. Nothing there. Goes to Jeter at the top for a long three. No good. Ball batted around. Picked up by Souter. Goes back to Jeter now. Jeter over to Knight. Goes to Kaylee in the corner. Looking. Nothing there. She picks the dribble up. Skips it over to Jeter now. Goes to Knight on the left wing. Knight looking for help. Goes back to Souter at the top. Oh, nice out of bounds play as McLaughlin gets an easy layup. Coach McBride calls a timeout. Not happy with that. going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here with you guys. Update on the big ball game as the Hoosiers are up by 7 on Purdue. And they went to the monitor on something. So, don't know what's going on there. But, Coach, big ball game tomorrow night, another conference game for you here at home.
Yep.
Charlestown comes to town.
Yep, Charlestown, well-coached team. They'll be disciplined, work hard. They're a physical team, so we're going to have to make sure that we execute and have that same physicality.
Now, we'll talk a little bit more at the half about things with what's going on with the boys' side, but as the Musketeers come out of the timeout, trailing 18-13 with 6:40 to go here in the half. Jeter with it, hands it off to Llewellyn, who's checked in for Kaylee. Kaya with it at the top. Now she's going to drive, spin back to her left hand. Loses it, picks it up, goes back to Souter now. Goes back to Jeter at the top. Jeter drives, loses it, stolen away by McGoslin. Here comes Richardson now. Throws it ahead to Sutton. She's going to let 3 go. Got it. I mean, they waste no time.
No, they throw the ball ahead really well in transition, and they all catch it ready to shoot it.
So that'll make it 21-13, kind of getting danger time here for the Musketeers.
Stutzman's like holding her hand as if something's wrong, but she also just made a 3.
Maybe because she shot a little more.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It is her shooting hand that she's grabbing, but I'm guessing next time she catches it, she'll probably still be fine to shoot it, though.
Yeah.
That's usually how that works.
So foul on Martin for Scottsburg. Souter to the line as she misses the first 2. She'll have one more. So second one is good. 21-14 with 6 minutes to go in the half. Here comes Richardson. Now Musketeers need to get a stop here and kind of cut into this lead before the half. Richardson still on a dribble, goes to the left side to Hiller. She loses it, but picked up by Stutzman. She drives with the left hand down the lane and draws a foul.
Is that 2 on Ava?
I'm not for sure. I believe it's her first.
That's
It'll
good.
be her first. Team third. Let's Stutzman to the line for 2 shots. First one's up and good. Step to the line for one more. I like them shoes she's wearing.
Yeah, it's something. It's real bright. You're not going to lose her.
So second one's good by Stutson. That makes it 23-14 with 5:40 to go in the half. Llewellyn with it on the left side. Comes back to the top to Souter. Goes to the right side to Jeter. Jeter comes to Knight at the top. She's going to let a long 3 go. No good. Rebounded by Martin.
I mean, they're getting action to get open shots. It's just whether we're knocking them in or not.
They're not falling. And normally Christina's one of our better free throw shooters. A little back screen for Hiller, nothing there. Being guarded by Jeter, she's going to drive baseline. Loses it, picked up by Martin. Stutson with another 3, no good this time. Rebounded by Souter.
It looks good when she shoots it.
Yeah, she's got a nice shot. Knight on the drive, a little floater, no good. Rebounded by Stutzman. Now she's going to bring it up the left side. Kicks it over to Richardson. She's going to let a 3 go. No good. Rebounded by Jeter. Here comes Jeter. She's out running them all. Going to go in. Off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Stutzman. She just throws it away. And it's going to be Musketeer ball. So I believe we're going to have a timeout here by Scottsburg. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. So back talking about you, Coach. You got, coming off 2 big weekends. You had 3 conference games and a sectional opponent in the last 2 weeks, and you go 3-4 with those games, falling to a very good North Harrison team at North Harrison, a game that you all competed very well in, and kind of felt like you had an opportunity to win the ball game. But, going forward, the schedule don't get no easier for you guys. And, Charlestown at home this weekend. Then you say you go to Springs Valley.
At Springs Valley. And then we have Salem at home the next night. So we go Friday, Saturday that next week.
And then I believe you got Corden the following weekend. So we got a lot of conference games, for you guys left. And, I know it's going to be tough to win the conference with Brownstown still being undefeated. But, you give yourself an opportunity to finish in the top 3 if you win out. So that's a pretty good accomplishment from where we've been in the boys' side. Now, Musketeer ball, Souter into McKinley. She gets it off the ball. Good high-low.
Really good high-low action.
So here comes Richardson as the score's now 23-16 with 4:20 to go in the half. Night on her. She goes to Stutzman. Stutzman comes off the screen from Martin. Could have been an offensive foul. No call. Now over to Richardson. She goes to Hiller. She gets bounded to Martin. She's going to go up, and she's going to get called for travel. So Musketeer ball. Here comes Jeter. Jeter to the right side tonight. Looking for help. Now she goes to the left side to Llewellyn. Llewellyn, nothing. Comes back to Souter. Still looking for a high-low there with McKinnon, or Kyer. Nothing there. Jeter picks up the loose ball. Skips it over to the right side to Souter. They go into Kyer. She's going to go to work. Kicks it out to Souter. One more to Jeter. Nothing there. We're down to 3:30 to go in the half.
There's that ball screen with Ava.
Yeah.
Good.
So it's going to be a foul on Stutzman. The Souter's going to go back to the line to try to cut this 7-point lead down to 5. And she'll have 2 free throws. That's Stutzman's second foul. She's still messing with that hand, Coach.
Well, the last time we talked about her hand, she shot 2 free throws and 2 threes since that point.
So first one's good by Ava. She'll have one more, and it's up, and it's no good.
She gets a rebound.
Jump ball. Should be Musketeer ball, and it will be. 3:30 to go here in the half. Souter sets the inbound on the far side. Looking, comes into McKenna. McKenna comes to the right side, hands it off to Knight now. Goes back to Souter. I don't know why we just don't go to that ball screen. Ty picks it up, gives it to Llewellyn. She kicks it out to Jeter for a 3 on the right wing. She got it. 23-20 with 3:10 to go. That's good to see McKenna knock down a 3. Here comes Richardson. Direct the traffic now, trying to get everybody where she wants them. Comes to the left side to Hiller. She's going to come off a screen from Martin.
To the good edge.
Yeah. Kyle does an excellent job of that. Kylie talks about all the time that she can't do nothing when she hedges in practice. There's a double dribble by Stutzman as the Warriorettes are going to turn it over and give it back to the Musketeers. So here comes Jeter. Jeter across the timeline, goes to Souter. Here comes that ball screen for Souter. She's going to drive down. No foul call. She misses a shot. Here comes Richardson. They're just going to leave the ball. Now they pick it up. She's going to go up to the left hand. No good. Ball deflected. Picked up by McLaughlin. Back to Richardson. She's going to let 3 go. No good. Jeter chases it down in the corner. Here comes Jeter now on the attack. Ahead to Llewellyn on the pass. It's Kyle on the attack. Good offense right there. 23-22. Good fast break by the Musketeers there. Good response by the Musketeers. They're on a 6-0 run right now. Richardson with it on the right side. Comes back to Martin at the top. She goes to Stutzman on the left side. There's that stagger he talked about for Hiller. Nothing there. Goes to Richardson on the right side now. She comes back to McLaughlin. She's going to drive the right side, hand it off to Richardson. She's going to drive down the lane, hit Martin with a good offense. No good. Rebounded by Jeter, and we're going to have a foul on Martin. So that'll be her second, team 6.
Now, that's the second time we've got hung up on a dribble handoff. Got to figure out what we're doing there, whether they're going to switch it or they're going to try to get, they got to leave space for the other defender to get through, and we're struggling to do that right now.
Griffin is checking in for Martin now for the Warriorettes. Here comes Jeter over to Llewellyn. Up to Souter. Souter into Kaya. Kicks it out to Jeter. Goes to Llewellyn. Thought about it. She's traveled. Going to turn it over. Give it back to the Warriorettes with 1:22 to go in the half. So Stutzman inbounds on the far sideline. Gives it to Richardson. She's going to bring it across the timeline. Goes to the right side. Comes back to the top. Goes to the left side to Hiller. She comes to McLaughlin at the top. Goes to Stutzman on the left side. She spins. Goes to the left side. Goes to the left corner to Hiller. Goes into the post to Griffin. She kicks it out.
Good double.
Richards now, she's on the drive with a little left-handed floater. No good. Rebounded by Souter. She's going to give it to Jeter. Musketeers got an opportunity to play for the final shot if they want to of the half. Now Souter with it at the top. Goes to Jeter. Goes back to Knight. She's going to let 3 more go from the top, and it's short. Ball batted around, picked up by Kaya. She's going to go up, draw a foul on Griffin. That'll be her first. Team 7.
Now, do you think about changing up? So that set that they just ran, they have Christina cross screen for Kaya, so she's coming to the block, and then they down screen for Christina to get a 3 at the top. But McKenna just hit one. Do you change it up and put McKenna in that spot so she gets the open 3 at the top?
Well, I think
Something
you
to think
can,
about.
or you could put Ava coming up, who's the penetrator that can get to the rim. So first was no good. Second one is good by Kaya. Kaylee's going to check in for Kaya here as we got 30.6 to go in the half, and we're tied up at 23. Richardson with it now. She's going to walk it up. Guarded by Christina across the timeline. Going to get a ball screen. Goes to the left side to Hiller. She drives, goes to Stutzman. Stutzman looks at the clock. Being guarded by Souter. Goes to Richardson. She brings it back to the top as the Warriorettes attempt to take the final shot of the half. Here comes Richardson down the left side, and we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Christina. That'll be her first, team 4. 7 seconds to go. Warriorettes will inbound it. Having trouble.
That was really well defended.
Yeah.
Now, that's the same set they got a slip and a layup on the last time. That was really well defended this time.
5-second count gives it to the Musketeers. They're going to have an opportunity. Jeter on the attack now. She's going to get all the way to the rim, goes up with the floater, no good, gets an offensive rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball called.
Which should make it our ball then, right? Whenever we come back out.
I believe so. So at the half, the Musketeers and the Warriorettes are all tied up at 23 all. We'll step away and hear a word from our sponsors. But in bigger news, the Hoosiers are up 37-28 on the Boilermakers at the half up there at Assembly Hall. So, but we'll be back with Coach's thoughts on the first half, and we'll hear a word from our sponsors. This is WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana, bringing you Lady Musketeer basketball.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, happy holidays to you, your family, your staff, and everybody with the IHSAA. We are back to wrestling and bouncing balls and doing everything that we can, because we're about a month away from some championships in winter sports, are we not?
We are, right around the corner. We've got girls swimming, wrestling, and the girls basketball sectional series all start within the next month. So, as we've talked before, teams had Christmas break to get their teams tuned up and all their stuff in for the year, and they got to go. They got to get better, and they got to get ready for tournament time.
Yeah, you mentioned a girls pairing show will be here before we know it.
Yeah, we'll be. It'll be a couple weeks out, and we'll unveil those brackets, and everybody will be sitting there at their watch parties and just seeing what their tournament draw is going to look like. You know what? I love following the kids and the coaches and the teams across the state when it comes to our tournament pairing shows, just because it's an excitement time. It's a time for gathering. Teams get together and watch you and your presentation, and absolutely, we watch it on social media, and it's been incredible to watch the popularity of those drawing shows.
Oh, you're very kind. One of the things that we talk a lot about, obviously, are our student athletes. That's why we're in business. But we also, you coached, I coached. We'll spend a little time talking about coaches. Holidays are just wrapped up. That's going to be one of the last times that coaches in basketball will have any significant time with their family until the tournament's over. And everybody thinks they know how to coach. That's part of being a Hoosier. That's part of your DNA. If you're a Hoosier, you understand basketball. But you and I both know how much it takes to do these things behind the scenes, and there's no way that coaches get the credit that they so richly deserve.
No, they don't. And, I would tell you today that I sit in the seat that I sit in and get to do what I do because of a coach who took time in my life to mentor me, to challenge me, to teach me that I could be something that I didn't think I could be, found a little more of my game than I thought I could have. And, those memories and those things that coaches do for kids are just phenomenal. And they do it selfless. They're not in it for themselves. They're first of all, in most cases, they're teachers first. They're worried about the classroom, the first degree kids are going to get in their life, that high school education. And, I'm so thankful to do this in Indiana because we've got incredible coaches that care nothing more than about developing kids.
You make a great point in the sense that I often ask people to tell me who, besides their parents, was the most influential person in their lives and in their careers. And the overwhelming response is it was a teacher or a coach. And
no,
that's not by accident, for heaven's sakes.
No, it's not. And, I've always, you probably know this gentleman, but there's a guy out there in my life named Irv McPherson who coached me for 2 years. And Coach came to North Posey High School when I was a kid and helped me grow so much. And I'll be forever indebted to what he did. And, every time I see him, I thank him for what he's done for me as a human being. There's certain people that you walk this life that you look at them, and it doesn't matter how long you've been away from them, but you still address them as coach. And I think that's such a term of endearment and what people mean to them.
It's an exciting time. I used to think as a college coach, the month of January was the longest month of my life. But I think in the high school realm, it's an exciting month because you have tournaments. You're getting ready for tournaments. You need to get your game better. You need to improve individually and collectively as you head into the greatest time of the year, which would be tournament time for those of us in the basketball world.
It is. And, it's so exciting. And you're exactly right, Coach. Preparation is here. It's time. And, teams are going to suit them up and they're going to play. And there's so much on the line when they play those tournament games. If you play well, you move, you get to play the next day. But if you don't play particularly well that night, the season's over and you celebrate the successes of that season. And, it's a time of a lot of joy, but there's also heartache involved because, there's that special thing called high school basketball or high school athletics that just means so much to kids.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Yo, listen up. Papa John's is rolling out their New York-style pizza. The oversized pizza has 8 big foldable slices with just the right balance of crust and toppings. Order one today online, your Papa John's app, or call the Salem location at 812-883-3369. Each New York pizza is $13 for a one-topping pie and is available for purchase until March 13th. The New York style pizza is a classic that reigns supreme, so we're excited to offer consumers this foldable crust favorite made with our fresh, never frozen dough. Stop in and see our new store manager, Shelby Lehman, today about setting up a fundraiser for your nonprofit event. Also, they're still hiring drivers and inside help. Apply online at harry.com, the HARRI.com. Remember, hot, fresh pizza is just a phone call away, 812-883-3369.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School as we're wrapping up here at the halftime as the Musketeers and the Warriorettes are tied at 23-all. Coach, what's your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I feel like defensively we've done a pretty good job. We're getting the first miss pretty frequently, which is leading to our transition. I think we're a lot better when we're out in transition. It creates bigger openings so we can get the ball into Kaya. I also think that we're not necessarily just settling for threes. Whenever we get the ball into Kaya and she kicks it out, our girls are doing a good job of attacking off of that. So that way you've got Ava coming downhill, which she's really good at. And then we're not just, hoping that we, live and die by the three.
Yeah, and I think the one downfall that we've had here in the first half is, giving up offensive rebounds. We've given them, some second opportunities that they've scored on or went to the free throw line on. We got to do a better job there on that. But we'll see what adjustments coach has made. And so we're set to start the second half. We'll see if you're right, Coach. You said it should be our ball coming out of the half.
Well, I take that back. So the arrow doesn't change until the ball's inbounded.
That's correct.
So there wouldn't have actually been a change of possession. So it is still Scottsburg's ball. I actually had that happen one time in a game where there was a violation before the ball was inbounded. So because of that, the other team got the ball twice.
So it'll be Scottsburg ball to start the second half. Christina don't know what she's doing as the ball's inbound and she's not guarding anybody. But here we go.
We got lucky there.
Yeah. Thomas being guarded by Jeter. She's fixed her pocket. Now she's on the attack to the other end. Kicks it to Knight. Now she drives baseline. Kicks it out to Jeter. Got held there. No call. Picked up by Jeter. Stouter loses it. Goes to Knight. Knight drives. Kicks it out to Jeter at the top for a long three. Got it.
Now, that was 3 different times where we had the opportunity to shoot a decent 3, and instead they drove it back downhill and kicked it out to somebody for an open 3.
Hiller for 3 for the Warriorettes. No good. Offensive rebound by McLaughlin. Now she comes out to Richardson. Richardson sets the offense up. It's good to see Jeter start knocking some shots down. Thomas loses again. Picked up by Stouter. Here comes Jeter now.
We're going to need a few more of those if we're going to win this game, too.
Yeah. Hands it off to Stouter, downhill to the left side. Thought about it, kicks it back out to Jeter. Jeter comes to the left side to Llewellyn now. Goes to the corner to Stouter. Looks to the post, comes back to the top now. McBride calls the play out. Stouter off that ball screen down the lane, and she's going to draw a foul. Go to the line for 2.
I don't know who you call that one on. All 3 of them were there. Looked like it was about the same contact.
So fouls on Richardson. That'll be her first, team first of the half.
I believe that Richardson is the same. I think that's the Scottsburg boys coach's daughter.
I believe you're right. She's here in attendance tonight. The first one's good by Stouter, and the second one is good as well. So the Musketeers come out, stretch this out to a 28-23 lead. Here comes Richardson across the timeline now, being guarded by Knight. Richardson comes to the right side on the dribble now. Goes to the top to Stutzman. Goes to Hiller on the left side. That's there. Comes back to Richardson. She's going to let 3 go from the right wing. No good. Rebound by Kaya. Kaya gives it to Jeter now. Here comes Jeter on the attack for the Musketeers across the timeline. Gives it to Kaya now. Hands it off to Knight. Knight on the attack. Kicks it out to Llewellyn in the corner. Back to top to Jeter, goes to the right side to Stouter. Stouter on his drive down the left side. Gets her pocket picked by Stutzman. Here's Stutzman coming down. Down the left side, goes up, draws a foul. She's going to go to the line for 2. She's going to get Madeline Llewellyn for a foul. I believe that'll be her first. Team first of the half.
And Coach McBride's getting on Ava right now about kicking the ball out to somebody who's open. She's just taking one extra dribble that she doesn't need into that help defender.
So Stutzman to the line to shoot 2. First one's up and rattles in. She'll have one more. Second one's up and good. So here comes Jeter for the Musketeers. 28-25 Musketeer lead with 5.5 to go here in the third. Llewellyn back to Stouter at the top. Stouter drives, kicks it out to Knight. She drives down the lane, going to go up, throws it up, no good. Rebounded by McLaughlin. Here comes over to Richardson. Here she comes down the left side on the attack. McLaughlin drives down. Got away at the travel, I thought.
I think she might have too.
She's going to draw a foul. I believe that's on Kaya. That will be on Kaya. That'll be her second. So 2 shots here. First one's up and no good. One more coming.
No, I don't really think either team's getting too deep into their bench.
No.
I don't really remember Scottsburg subbing a whole lot.
So second one's good. That'll make it 28-26. Here comes Jeter now. I think Scottsburg did just because I got a little bit of foul trouble there late in the second quarter.
Yeah, I saw that they went 7 deep. 7 deep.
There's Stouter on the attack, lays it in. So here comes Richardson on the attack. Goes to Thomas. Goes to Hiller. She's going to drive baseline. Kicks it out to Stutzman. No hesitation there in a 3. Ball batted around. Knight picks it up. Now she's on the attack. Gives it to Stouter, who's following. Lays it in. Going to be a timeout here by Scottsburg.
That was really good.
Yeah. So it's going to be a 30-second timeout. As we'll stay here with you. As Musketeers have come out and stretched this out to a 6-point lead with a 9-3 run here to start the second half. With 5 minutes to go here in the third.
Well, with Scottsburg on that last possession, the girl drove baseline, beat her defender, and dribbled past the health defender, and still never once looked to shoot a layup.
Yeah.
Instead, she was just looking for who she could pass it to shoot a three. It's just, it's crazy that's their singular mindset.
Yeah, you can tell they're going to get up a ton of three-pointers in a game, live and die by it. So it'll be Scottsburg ball after the timeout.
Now, on that same note, it's a 6-point lead right now for us. But with the number of threes that they're shooting, I mean, they're going to make a run at some point. They're going to have a couple fall.
So here's Richardson now. Looking. Goes to the high post to McLaughlin. She drives.
Trying to get that third foul on Kaya.
That's going to be Musketeer ball as she turns it over. Souter into Jeter. Jeter across the timeline. Goes to Llewellyn on the left side. Comes back to Souter. Goes to Jeter. Comes back to Knight at the top. Knight drives. Kicks it out to Llewellyn. Now she's going to come back to the top on a dribble. Goes back to the left side to Souter now. Souter looking to Kai. Nothing there. Keeps her dribble. Now she comes back to Jeter at the top. Jeter drives, kicks it to Souter. Now she's driving lane, spins, goes up to the left side, got it, and a foul. Ava's come out here in the second half and played extremely well.
Yes. And she's got to do that consistently. As aggressive as she is being to the basket, that's got to be kind of her style of play.
So one free throw here to complete the three-point play, and she got it. 35-26 with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here comes Richardson. Richardson with it. Kicks it over to the left side. Now it comes back over to Stutzman. Stutzman on the right wing, goes to Hiller on the other side. She's going to drive down the lane. Goes up, draws a foul, and going to go to the line for two. Fouls on Madeline. That'll be her second. Team third. First one's up and good. She'll have one more here. Second one is good. 35-28 with 3:50 to go. As the Warriorettes have went zone now. Now Souter with it. Gives it to Knight. Comes back to the top to Jeter. Goes to Llewellyn on the left side. Back to Jeter. She looks to Kai. Nothing there. Goes to Knight. Knight on the drive. Spins back over to Ava on the right side. Skips it over to Jeter. Goes to Madeline in the corner. Into Kai now. They're going to get Stutzman with a foul. Good ball movement there by the Musketeers.
Now, I know there's a lot of basketball left. There's 3 minutes left in the third. But with a 7-point lead, at what point do you just pull it out, hold it at half court, and say, come and guard us?
Yeah.
Then, once they stretch out like that, we should be able to get layups.
That'll be a inbound to Knight. She drives and gets fouled by Stutzman, and I don't know what she's arguing about. But that'll be her fourth foul. Team fourth. So that's going to be a big loss for the Warriorettes, and she's going to have to set for a while. First one by Knight is good. Martin checks in for Stutzman now.
And I think, yeah, that's a big loss for Scottsburg because that takes another one of their shooters off the floor.
So Knight with one more. Second one is no good. Rebounded by Kaya. She's going to go up the right hand. No good. Rebounded by Martin. Gives it to Richardson now. Richardson on the attack. Crosses the timeline. Being guarded by Knight. Going to get a ball screen. Kicks it out to McLaughlin. She's going to let an 18-footer go. Rattles in and out. No good. Offensive rebound by Martin. Kicks it out to Hiller. Hiller's going to let 3 go from right wing, and it's no good.
That was heavily contested.
Yeah. Offensive rebound again by Martin. She comes out. McLaughlin, she's going to draw a foul on Souter. That'll be Ava's second, I believe. Team fourth. So, out of bounds for the Warriorettes. Richardson to inbound. That's a quick 5 right there.
That was a quick 5.
So, Musketeer ball. That's 2 times after they give up the layup with 5 seconds count. So, the Warriorettes staying in this 3-2-1-2 zone. And here's Souter with it at the top. They're really pressuring out of it. Jeter with it now. She drives the baseline. Going to go with the right-hand layup. No good. Kyle loses it. Here comes Thomas. Goes to Richardson on the left side. She's going to go up and draw a foul. Get the bucket as well. She'll go to the line, try to complete the 3-point play as Ava, I believe, is going to draw her 3rd foul. (36-30) with 2:29 to go here in the third as Richardson steps the line, try to complete the 3-point play, and no good. Rebounded by Souter. Gives it to Jeter now. Here comes Jeter. Jeter up the left side, goes to the right side to Souter. Goes to Knight now. Knight off her foot, picks it up, goes to Llewellyn. Goes to tie at the high post, hits Souter on the baseline. Shot fake, draws a foul on Martin, I believe. And going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Now, with how far out Scottsburg is getting stretched in the 3-2 zone, if they flash somebody, especially somebody who passes well like Kaya into the high post, they should be able to get pretty much anything they want after that.
Yeah, I agree with you. So that's Martin's 3rd, team 5th. First one by Ava is good. She'll have one more. Kaylee McKinley sets the check in here. No good on the second. Rebounded by Martin. She gives it to Richardson. Richardson on the attack now. Comes to the right side on the dribble. Here's this back screen coming off a stagger. Goes to Thomas now. No good. Drives down the left side. Had a wide open shot. Didn't take it. Gives it to Martin, who misses it. Offensive rebound by Scottsburg. Richardson picks it up now. Kind of a sloppy possession. McLaughlin with it. Lets an 18-footer go. No good. Offensive rebound, Richardson. Richardson over to Hiller on her left side. She traveled. So ball back there. Yeah, ball back to Musketeers as Kaylee's checking in for Ava with 1:36 to go here in the third and a 7-point lead for the Musketeers. Scottsburg staying in this zone. Middle wide open. Knight with a shot fake. So it's
great pass.
Yeah. Hits Kaylee on a baseline for a layup. Make it 39-30 with 1:20 to go.
Risky, but it worked out.
She's one that's feast or famine with her. She's either going to make a great play or in the play that she's going to regret. Hiller for 3. No good. Rebound by Jeter. Jeter on the attack now for the Musketeers. Comes across the timeline, throws it down to Kaylee, and she throws it up. No foul call, but it's going to stay with the Musketeers. So, Souter's checking back in for Madeline. So Souter inbound. Goes to Kai. Comes back top to Jeter. Jeter with it, goes to the right side to Knight. She drives down the lane, picks it up, kicks it back out to Souter. Souter comes to top, goes to Jeter. Jeter back to the right side to Knight. She thought about it, now she's going to drive, hits Kaylee in the short corner, nothing there, kicks it out to Jeter. One more over to Souter, nothing there now. She goes short corner, now bounce pass, good offense right there.
That was
foul on the Warriorettes as Kai's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
No, they got that ball to the short corner behind the defense 2 different times that possession. Creates a lot of openings.
So Hiller with her first foul, team 6. Kyle will step to the line for 2 free throws. First one is up and good. 34 seconds to go here in the third. 10-point lead for the Musketeers. Second one is no good and rebounded by Martin. Gives it to Richardson. She's on the attack now. Down the left side, going to go. It's going to be off her leg, I believe. Musketeer ball. So Musketeers will have an opportunity to take the final shot and get the ball back, I believe, to start the fourth quarter. So Madeline back in for Kaylee.
Then back to man-to-man for Scottsburg.
Yeah. Coach says 1 shot. Jeter goes to Christina, back to Souter now. Goes over to Madeline. Goes to Jeter in the corner. Down to 15 to go. Souter with it. Going to get that ball screen. Here she comes off of it. Drives down the right side, goes up, and got it. As that's going to be the end of the third as the Musketeers put up 19 in the quarter to stretch out to a 42 to 30 lead. We'll be back to bring you the final quarter action. This is Musketeer basketball on WSLM radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Commissioner Neidig, can I have a quick word? Of course, Governor. What can I do for you? Well, I just want to say thank you. For what, sir? For your service. Well, Governor, you're welcome. And you know that I'm incredibly passionate about what we do at the IHSAA. Oh, I do, and I share your passion. Without the IHSAA, we'd be without something incredibly important to our state's culture and to me, the boys and girls basketball state tournaments. Without Hoosier Hysteria, Indiana just wouldn't be Indiana, would it? You're absolutely right, it wouldn't. And after all these years, I still can't seem to prepare myself for the excitement of the tournament. Governor, the only way you can prepare for Hoosier Hysteria is by getting your ticket. Oh, you know I'll be the first in line. Nobody does basketball like Indiana. This is high school basketball. This is Indiana. This is your IHSAA.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School as we're set for the final quarter of action.
So far offensively, I feel like whatever Scottsburg's tried to throw at us, we've been able to execute against it. The 3-2 zone, the man-to-man, whether they've extended out their 3-2 zone, we've done a pretty good job so far.
So Satter with it. Musketeers starts the quarter with the ball, goes into Cash. She kicks it back out to Madeline. She drives. Goes it to Jeter.
Good thing Jeter's a heck of an athlete.
Yeah, goes to Knight, goes to Madeline back in the corner. Madeline comes back up to Jeter. I'm sorry, it's Knight. Goes to Ava. Now Ava drives down the lane, kicks it to Kaya. She drives baseline, going to be cut off. Throws it wildly back out, but Jeter chases it down.
There's that ball screen we like to see.
Yeah, nothing there off the ball screen by Ava. Now Knight with it, goes to Jeter. Patience here by the Musketeers as they've ran almost a minute off the clock. Goes into Kaya. She goes up, gets it, and fouled.
And really, that wasn't the most ideal angle for a post feed either, from that high up on the top of the key.
Yep. So Kaya will be at the line to try to complete the three-point play as Stetson's back with her 4th foul and checks in for Martin. Free throws up and good as the Musketeers have stretched this out to a 15-point lead. So here comes Richardson. Starting to get away from Scottsburg a little bit here. Stetson with it. Picks it up. They just kind of look out of sorts here.
Yes.
Hiller over to Richardson as she traveled. It's going to be back to the Musketeers. So here comes Jeter for the Musketeers. She's going to walk it up. Need another good long possession, get something easy. Souter with it, goes to the left side to Jeter. She looks inside to Kai, comes back up to Madeline at the top, thought about it, nothing there, goes to Christina. She drives, goes up with a wild little shot, no good. Rebounded by McLaughlin over to Richardson. Here comes Richardson. Goes back to McLaughlin, over to Stutzman. Back to the top, back to Stutzman. Back over to Richardson, goes over to Thomas in the corner. Now she's going to drive, nothing there, comes back out to Hiller, nothing there, it's Stutzman. Hands it off to Richardson. Goes back to Hiller, she's going to drive. It's kind of like a weave going on here. Ball batted around, picked up by Stutzman. She kicks it over to Richardson. Thomas with a fake. And going to get her called. Steps on her, so it'll be a turnover on Scottsburg.
We got lucky again right there because that was a really bad closeout by McKenna, and it would have been a straight line drive for a layup if you didn't travel.
So Christina gets a break as Kaylee comes in for her. 6-man rotation for the Musketeers tonight. So here comes Jeter, goes over to Souter. Nothing there, goes back up top to Kaylee.
I feel like we could pretty much post feed it at any time we wanted to, but we're kind of just reversing it right now and taking a lot of time off the clock, which is also good.
Jeter with a 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Madeline. She goes in, gets fouled, going to go to the line for 2. So the foul's on Thomas. That'll be her fourth. Teammate. Scottsburg's getting in a lot of foul trouble. That's 3 girls with 4 fouls. 5.5 to go in the game. 15-point lead for the Musketeers, and Madeline's free throw's no good. She'll have one more here. Second one's up, and no good as well. Rebounded by McLaughlin. She gives it to Richardson. She comes across the timeline on the dribble, goes to the right side. Goes to Stutzman. Stutzman drives down the left side, kicks it out to Thomas. Back to the top. There's a travel, no call. Richardson with it, kicks it out to Stutzman. He's done a good job on the closeout there. Stutzman with a wild shot, no good. Rebounded by Madeline. Gives it to Jeter now.
If you can make Scottsburg put it on the floor instead of just catching and shooting, which is what we've been able to do here lately, it changes the game.
Kaylee with it now at the top. Goes to the left side of Jeter. Jeter uses the ball screen. Nothing there. Drives, kicks it out to Souter. Back over to Madeline. She thought about it. Now she's going to drive. Picks it up. Nothing good. Had a back door by Kaylee. Didn't see her. Souter with it. Goes into Kaya. She's going to go up with the right hand and got it. 17-point lead with 4.5 to go in the ball game. So here's Thomas with it at the top. Jocelyn with it, drives, kicks it out to Hiller. She's going to drive, going to go up, draw the foul. They're going to call it on the floor. They're going to get Madeline for the foul. That'll be her third, I believe. Team 6. Richardson, Thomas gets a wide open layup. So it's either a 5-second count or a wide open layup on their out of bounds play. So Jeter with it, gives it to Kaylee now. Kaylee drives, kicks it out to Jeter. Thought about it, goes ahead and shoots a 3, no good. Fighting for the rebound, and it's going to be Scottsburg ball. No, it'll be Musketeer ball. Christina sets the check back in, and she's going to give Madeline a break. We're at 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. 15-point lead for the Musketeers. Into Kaya. Kaya to Jeter. Jeter looks, goes to Kaylee in the corner, drives, nothing there, throws it back out to Jeter now. Goes to Knight. Back over to Kaylee. Back to Souter now. Souter off the screen, drives down the lane, going to go up and draw the foul.
That's 24's fifth foul, too.
Yeah, they got Stutzman on that, and she'll be done for the night. And they did. That'll be her 5th. So Martin's going to check in for her. Starter going to go to the line for 2 shots. First one's up and good. She'll have one more. Try to stretch this back out to a 17-point lead. Second one is good as well. So here comes Richardson. Goes to Thomas now. Up to Martin. Over to Hiller. She's going to let 3 go from the right wing. No good. Offensive rebound by McLaughlin. She kicks it out to Hiller. She's going to let 3 more go again. No good as well.
A lot of long rebounds.
Yeah, another offensive rebound by Scottsburg. Gives it to Richardson. She's going to drive down. Good bounce pass to Martin, who lays it in for 2. 49-34 Musketeer lead with 3 minutes to go. I think at this point you got to get real patient. It's either layups or free throws.
Yeah, I agree. We got to make Scottsburg kind of change what they're wanting to do and make them be a little overly aggressive.
So here comes Knight on the drive, kicks it out to Souter. They didn't go with our theory, coach. 3, no good, rebounded by Scottsburg. Here comes Richardson.
This is really good ball pressure.
So over to Hiller on the right. She's going to let another one go. No good again. Jeter with the rebound. We're down to 2.5 to go in the ball game. Up to Knight. Back to Jeter. Our theory is out the window, Coach. We went to Scottsburg mode. Jeter's 3, no good. Now she's going to go down the lane. It's wide open and lay it in for 2. But Scottsburg completely fell apart. Now they're going to get a full timeout here. With 2:17 to go, a 17-point lead for the Musketeers, 51-34. So we'll step away and hear a word from our sponsors. This is Lady Musketeer Basketball, being brought to you by WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Hey, Dr. Jenner, what do you remember most about playing high school sports?
Oh, I loved it. I made friends and have memories I'll treasure forever. But what mattered most were the life lessons I learned in the soccer field.
Life lessons. Which are your favorite?
Just being part of a team. You learn so many valuable skills. Collaboration, communication, work ethic. These are just some of the lessons that have helped shape the person I am to this day. I'm Dr. Katie Jenner, Indiana Secretary of Education.
And I'm Paul Knight, Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Join us in celebrating the 50th anniversary of Title IX and the opportunities it's provided female student athletes across this country, including here in Indiana.
Thanks to Title IX, generations of female student athletes have learned life lessons that will impact them for the rest of their lives.
And that is a legacy we're celebrating.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School. It's Scottsburg ball. A little over 2 to go in the game. Here's Richardson on the right side. Looking, fix her dribble up, looking for help. Ball stolen away by Jeter. Here comes Jeter. Bounce pass to Staley. She's going to go up and go to the line for 2. Draws a foul on Martin. I believe that'll be her at least 4th, if not her 5th. Her 4th, so team 9. First one by Kaya is up and no good. She'll have one more. Second one is up and good. So that makes it 52-34 with 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Here comes Scottsburg on the attack. Hiller with it. Looking for a ball screen, goes down the left side, brings it back out. Shoots a long 3, no good. Rebounded by Martin, who throws it off of Ava, and they're going to give it to Scottsburg. Good hustle by her. Richardson sets in down. Here comes Gracie Lewis checking in for the Musketeers. And she's going to give Kaylee a break. 1:40 to go in the ball game. Here's Hiller, goes to Richardson. Richardson looking, brings it back on the dribble to the top. Still looking for somebody, still with the dribble, goes to the right side to Martin. He goes to Thomas in the baseline. She comes off the screen. Ball going to be batted around. It's going to be off Scottsburg Musketeer ball. So,
Well, you think we change our pace at all now?
Well, I would hope we would, but
I mean, the pace we've been at has been working, so I understand staying with it.
Souter on the drive. Kicks it out to Gracie Lewis. Goes to Jeter now. Ball batted away, picks it up, goes to Souter now. Souter trying to get it into Kyle. She picks it up, goes back to Gracie. Gracie tonight. We're down to a minute to go in the ball game. Hands it off to Ava. The Musketeers are in no hurry to try to score. Here's Jeter down the lane. Going to go up, no good. We're going to get an offensive rebound foul on Kaya. So Sydney Patton set to check in. Patton checking in for Jeter. So the 1-on-1 for Richardson. With 50 seconds to go, as the Musketeers are going to come away with a win here. So Richardson at the line for the 1-on-1. Free throws up, no good. Offensive rebound by McLaughlin. She got it. Patton to take it in, gives it to Gracie. Gracie ahead to Kaya, who's nobody around, going to go in, lay it up, and got it. So here comes Scottsburg. Goes up, and there's going to be a foul called. With 30 seconds to go, foul's on Kaya. So she'll have 2 shots here. First one's up, and no good. So Grace McBride and Elizabeth Trueblood check in. One more up, and it's no good. Offensive rebound by Martin. Ball loose, shot up, and McLaughlin gets it. Into Knight now. Knight up the right side. On the attack. Goes to McBride. McBride being double teamed, loses it. Picked up by McLaughlin. Here comes Richardson. Over to Hiller. She's going to go up to left-hand layup and got it. So we're going to have another substitution by the Musketeers. Callie back checking in for Christina. Both seniors now getting the hand as their careers here at Eastern are going to come to an end on this home floor. 4 seconds to go, 14-point lead into McBride. She's going to hold on to it as the clock will, with half a second left, she's going to get to go line and shoot a 1-on-1, or 2-shot foul. We're in a double bonus. So the first free throw is up and good.
It's crazy to think that this was a tie ball game at the half after how lopsided the second half has been.
Yeah. Kind of like your game Saturday night. Second one is up and good as well. So that'll be the ball game as the Musketeers come away with a 56-40 win over Scottsburg Warriorettes. The Musketeers will improve to 11-9 on the season as they'll be back in action Saturday night as they will travel to Silver Creek to take on the Lady Dragons. So, Coach, what's your thoughts on this ball game here?
Well, I think a little bit for Scottsburg was in the first half they made shots, in the second half they struggled to make shots. And doesn't necessarily matter what actions you run if you can't make shots. It changes the game, which is ironic because that's what we were talking about for Eastern was our ability to make shots and how when we don't, it makes it very difficult because everybody can go guard Kaya inside. And really, we were able to start knocking in shots, and it kind of changed things.
Yeah, I thought we got to the rim early and often in the second half with Ava really in the third quarter kind of setting the tone there. And defensively, like you said, we were making them put it on the floor. We were running them off the three-point line where they wasn't able to, as Wes says, line the seams up and just, step back and be ready to shoot. And, so a lot better job there. And it's, nice to see the Musketeers get back in the winning side of things. As sectional draw is this weekend, Sunday, and they'll be finding out who they get in postseason. So, going for 4 in a row. But, they'll turn around and got a tough Silver Creek team, on the road Saturday night. So, once again, the final here was 56-40. As Coach McBride has stopped by here. Coach, you got us? Yeah. We don't have you. All right, how about now, Coach?
Sound good now?
All right, we're good.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, congratulations, Coach. Great second half there by the girls to come out of the locker room after a tie ball game. And, let's just start. What changes did we make at the half, if any?
Well, we didn't make any changes as much as we talked about being stronger, finishing at the rim, just not passing up opportunities and making sure that every possession, we were getting the best look we could get. And, I felt like they did that. I thought the start of the fourth quarter, it's another situation where we won the last possession of the quarter and then we had the arrow, and to be able to score, twice right there without them even touching the ball was big to extend the lead. In that fourth quarter possession, the first one, we had the ball for 53 seconds before we got a foul, and that's just where we've got to be patient. In the first half, we were rushing shots. They were open looks. We don't shoot bad shots. We may shoot wrong shots at the wrong time, and that's what we were doing in the first half. But I just had to remind them that in the last 6 varsity games, we're shooting 14% from three, and we're shooting 50% inside. So it's like, let's be smart, and that was the main focus at halftime.
Talk about, Coach talked about as well on the radio, but talk about Ava's performance and really get going tonight of, it was north and south with her. And she does a good job of that normally, but she was more consistent, just seemed more hungry tonight.
Well, her and I had a long conversation Saturday night after the boys' game because, and it's typical with girls. I mean, they are nothing like coaching boys where if you tell a boy to shoot, he's never passing. And I told Ava, I said, late in the game, you've got to have the ball in your hands, and there's not a bad shot you can take if you're attacking the rim. And, I said, are you worried about being a ball hog where somebody's going to think you're just hogging the ball? And she said, yes. And I said, get over it. It's the team that matters. And her having the ball in her hands helps the team. And that was my focus with her is, it's winning time, and I want the ball in your hands. And, I think she's starting to get that idea and understand how to do it. So hopefully we can continue to work on that.
Yeah, I thought Scottsburg sometimes was doubling almost before Kai even got the ball. So I thought whenever you guys got the ball to Ava and you ran your ball screen with Kai coming out there, it created a lot of openings and a lot of downhill drive opportunities. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, and we knew they were going to try to take away Kai's left as much as possible. And it was nice to see her finish with her right hand one time there late. She just continues to spin and try to get back to that left hand so often, and she's good at it. But, I told her at the first quarter break, I said, you can score 40 tonight if you want to, but you're going to use your right hand, But it was good to see everybody, play well and step up. When they went zone, I thought we attacked it pretty well, there for a couple of possessions. I feel like it was one of our more complete performances of the season so far, and that's what we've got to keep striving for as we close out the season.
That's one thing that we talked about too was for you guys offensively. It didn't matter what they threw at you. You guys seemed to handle it pretty well, the whole game. And then your ball pressure defensively was really good.
Yeah, Kaya, Ava, the first 3 fouls we had of the game were fouls on shots. We sent them to the line, and it was Kaya, Ava, Kaylee. And of course I've stressed to them numerous times about foul trouble situations we've had, and I challenged them tonight to say, I think you're getting in foul trouble because you're not playing 100%. You're not playing full speed. You're slowing down, hoping not to foul. I said, just get in the stance and play and go full speed, and I guarantee you won't foul as much. And that was a big thing for us, just to get, that continuity of keeping everybody in the game. And, when we guard people, even Saturday, we held Lanesville to 12 points in the first 2.5 quarters, we can shut teams down defensively, and that's what we've got to continue to do.
Well, once again, congratulations, and I agree with you. I think that's by far your best game, at least the second half of the season, complete game, and that's when you want to start playing your best. Is Sunday you'll get your sectional opponent draw and go from there, and as you're going for 4 in a row there, but finish out with 3 road games. Be back in action Saturday night as you're going to go to Silver Creek. Will be a tough opponent, and you'll have to play well down there, but we wish you the best of luck and appreciate you coming by, Coach.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys being here, and let's hope for the best Saturday. Maybe we can knock off a top-ranked 3A team. You never know.
Yep, that would be good.
All right, that's Coach McBride, and you can tell he's excited about tonight's victory as the Musketeers once again come out with a 56-40 win over the visiting Scottsburg Warriorettes, picking up a conference win. Appreciate you, Coach, stepping in, and Wes and I will be back in action to call your game tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. But if you don't have anything else, we'll send it back to the station and be back here in less than 24 hours to call your game.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
So, once again, this is Lady Musketeer Basketball being brought to you by Wslm Radio out of Salem, Indiana, and God bless, and we'll send it back to the station.